Good afternoon, how are we? Welcome to another edition of Up the Reds TV with me, Andy. So today's is going to be three things we're going to discuss today. The post-match from the Sheffield Wednesday game, the Man United preview, and the ticket price increase that was announced as well by Liverpool Football Club. So it's a lovely Saturday afternoon, the sun's out, I'm on the beer, so apologies if I didn't, like I said on my last VT, as I was at the game. I was going to do the post-match the day after, but I had a couple of things to do that I needed to do, and I just ran out of time in doing it. So, and yesterday being Friday, I was off work, so I was away, but here I am. Anyway, cheers. Let's get started. So, Sheffield Wednesday came away with the points. As I said, I was there. It wasn't a pretty game to watch for us. We had loads of chances, but Sheffield... Did I say Sheffield Wednesday at the beginning of this? Sheffield United. I've just thought what I've just said there. So, Sheffield United, they came with a game plan. They're going straight down. There's no qualms about that. But yeah, it was really bad setup from them. They were poor team to come to Anfield. Probably the worst team I've seen at Anfield this season. And so yeah, so we were creating chances in the first half, but we weren't troubling the keeper. Was it 15 shots in the first half? And we got a, good work by Nunes to close down. If it had come off his thigh rather than the bottom of his boot or his calf, that ball wouldn't not have gone in. So we come in at 1-0 and probably deserved to, because Sheffield United were doing the long ball throw-ins, trying to look for free kicks. They were a big team when you saw them, up top. So yeah, it was weird really, because the beginning of the game, they got a throw-in and they had a couple of chances, one from the throw-in and one from the subsequent corner. We weren't very good in the first 5-10 minutes of the game. And then obviously second half they scored, which it really was the softest of goals to concede. Ibu, for some reason, Ibu Konate, and I've said this before about him, it's constructive criticism, he has a habit of going into midfield when he doesn't. If their striker goes into midfield, let him go. You keep hold of your position. And obviously they get the ball out wide. Joey's exposed. Joey didn't show the winger down the wing. He showed him inside and he puts a left crossover. 2v1 at the back. Freakish header comes off Connor, goes underneath Kelleher. Nothing Kelleher can do. He wasn't expecting that. So, yeah, 1-1. And then Sheffield United made the changes. They were still keeping 5 at the back, but they brought McBurney on to try and ruffle Konate, who incidentally could have had a serious injury, whilst defending a ball. The lad come in and did a scissor tackle, and the ref waved it away. I mean, that could have been really nasty. No yellow. No, can you have a look at that? People are saying, oh, he couldn't have looked at that because VAR can't intervene. But VAR intervenes anyway, whether we like it or not, because it's constant talking to each other. So, and then comes the substitutions, by Jurgen, and yeah, they equalised. Mo had to go off. Mo wasn't doing anything. Great. Yeah, He's the leading goal scorer, but it just wasn't happening for him. He was struggling to get into the game, and and then it was good that Elliot came on. He was busying himself, wanting the ball, trying to make things happen. Cody Gakpo was introduced with as well, and Curtis. The substitutions made a difference. Curtis looked like he hadn't been away for a while, and it showed he had so much confidence on the ball, keeping it moving, watching him organise the team round him, which was really good. I mean, Maka was having an outstanding game, and yet he was my man of the match, and rightly so. He was absolutely superb in the six, and then he went slightly further up the pitch. It allowed Curtis to just drop in, and yeah, it was really, really good. I mean, put Joey in midfield, before he got substituted off for Robbo. It was a puzzling decision for me. Just take him off, get Robbo on, and Robbo again. I think Robbo has played himself into the team against Manchester United tomorrow, because I thought he was really good, Robbo. And yeah, and as I was saying, the Maka masterclass, it was superb. He just dominated, for the Reds. His desire to get back and make last-ditch tackles. He's trying to get the ball forward rather than sideways or backwards. It was really good. I didn't think Ibu was at his best, but he was brought in to do a job, and that was the aerial threat that Sheffield United had. And then obviously when Maka's thunderball went in, we knew. Well, I knew the game would be won, because they weren't offering us anything. They just run out of steam. That just took the wind out the sails for them. It was a great strike. I was in the Annie Road end, and so excellent view of that. And then it became an excellent possession game for us. I think our possession was 83%. To their 13 or something like that. My maths is not quite right there, but whatever. So yeah. And then obviously Robbo's cross for Cody. Good header, well placed. So we end up winning 3-1. Some negative comments I was seeing on the way home from the game, about Gravenberch, Cody Gakpo, and look, people don't understand. These lads are in their early 20s. They've been brought to one of the biggest clubs in the world. Well, I'd say it's the biggest club because I'm biased, just like you are listening to this. And they don't need to look. They do look at things on social media. The social media team at Liverpool look at things on there. Jurgen would be aware of it. These lads need protecting, and yeah, Gravenberch did not have a very good game, but he's coming back from injury. He's not up to speed. He thought he might have got into that. It's not going to happen for him. He's experiencing an injury setback, so they've looked after him. He's come back. He's not going to start against Manchester United. I'll be surprised if he is, but to have a go at him, to say get rid of him in the summer, he's not a Liverpool player. It's just pure nonsense. I remember Curtis Jones was getting all that as well, and look at Curtis Jones now. He's playing really well for us this season. And he's had his injury issues. Cody Gakpo been the same. It's a young team, and we don't need to be abusive to the players that we have at the club. It's it's a long haul, is a season in the Premier League, because the games come thick and fast. Look at our injury record that we've had this season. You know, we've not had a settled side, so it shows. Look, any other day of the week, Endo would have been in that team. Obviously, he picked up a knock against Brighton, but hopefully he's going to be okay, and he's going to be starting at Old Trafford. I think just going on to all we can do is just win our games. You know, we have to win every single game. Man City beat Crystal Palace 4-2 in the early kick-off today. Brighton Arsenal, I expect Arsenal to beat Brighton, although Brighton are unbeaten at home. But I've just got this funny feeling that Arsenal will be too strong for them. So yeah, we just need to win our game. So coming on to the preview, Manchester United preview. Mine's just a simple one with the team. I think Curtis Jones should start. Let's get 60, 70 minutes out of him. And then let's bring on the likes of Elliott, Gravenberg, just to see out the game. Now, we knew that the FA Cup game, you know, we lost that game, but don't forget that United had a full week off to prepare, where we were playing here, there, everywhere. So, but this time round, they played just the same amount of games in a week that we have. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to a good, strong performance. Keller in goals. Virgil and Kwanzaa or Konate. Right back, I'd have Connor. Left back, Robbo. People say right back should be Joey. I think Joey's played enough games now. I think might be worth giving him a rest and then bringing him on. Endo, if he's fit. Maka and Curtis. So I think those three will give us, Endo will give us the protection. Curtis will do the same as well, but obviously get the ball moving forward as fast as we can. That's what lacked in the Sheffield United game. We weren't moving the ball quick enough. Things weren't happening. I know they were set with 5 at the back, and then they tried to, when it was 1-1, they went 4 at the back, and then that's when we started to expose them in the second half. So, yeah, up front, Diaz, Darwin and Mo. And look, we are going to get chances against Manchester United, as we did in the Cup game, as we did Sheffield United, as we did Brighton. But we have to be converting them. We have to make the keeper work. We have to make... It's I mean, we're averaging over 20 shots a game, and, you know, just scoring maximum 3 or 2 recently, you know. So we need to take these chances and get them converted, because we do not want to give Manchester United any leeway. They will just be playing long ball. They won't play through the back, through their midfield, up to the forwards. Their keeper will get it and he'll be launching it. That's what it'll be. So we need to dictate the game. We need to get scoring early. We don't need them to be scoring against us. You know, we need to be on it from the first second of the game and not have a slow start. Let's take control of the game. Let's win the game. Well, you know, that'll take us back to the top of the league. City are level on points with us. You know, and we need to win this one. It's just basic. Get the 3 points. People are saying I'll be happy for a draw. Well, you're just giving up on the league then, aren't you? Because I can't see Arsenal or City losing any of the other games. A draw could be a good result if Brighton did something against Arsenal. I don't see it happening. It'll be, we need to show everybody that we are in it for the long haul right till the end of the season with this young squad. So that's my prediction for the starting team. We'll have a strong bench. Hopefully Jota and Trent will be back in the next week or two. As for the others, I don't think there's any movement on that. So yeah, look, we played them a few weeks back before, and we know what they're about. So but they've got loads of injury problems. Their club's in a bit of a mess, but we should take advantage of that. We should go out and win the game, and we need to be giving one of our best performances of the season, against them, and getting the 3 points. Okay, so excuse me. So this week Liverpool announced for the second season running 2% increase on the ticket prices, leaving the locals at £9, which is good, but I think it's a bit naughty of Liverpool Football Club, or should I say FSG, putting out a statement advising of the ticket price increase when there's been no consultation with the supporters board. There's a reason why the supporters board is there, is to have the conversations about things like this. I think it's rude. I think it's a Premier League thing that all clubs to put the prices up. I think Arsenal are the dearest. Theirs gone up 12%. But wages are different down in London. This is not about the, how can I put it? We're still going through a living crisis, whether you are in London or you're up here in the north, in the Midlands, east, west. We're still going through that. This should be a football fan issue. This is real greed part of it for me. Premier League prices for tickets to go to games is very, very expensive, and it's going to get more expensive. I don't see a football club saying to their supporters, next season we're going to drop the prices. It's never going to happen. They're just going to go up and up and up. It's Liverpool Football Club announced the accounts, record figures for commercial. Now they're saying that their overheads have gone up, i.e. floodlighting, night games are more expensive because of the having to light up the pitch or in the stands, etc. Food halls and whatever. But look, we've increased our capacity. There's more money being generated at our club now than at any point in its history. So I'm not a mathematician, but I can't see how much revenue this is going to bring in the big scheme of things. I think it really is rude. not to have consulted the supporters, and the Spirit of Shankly and the Spine Cop have come out and done a joint statement, and I fully back them on that. People might say, well, it's only 2%. Well, it's 4% if you do it over the 2 years. What's it going to be next season? 5%? 6%? What excuse are they going to use next season? You know, I'm not an FSG fan, but this is a typical FSG move. You know, yeah, we'll bring the fans on board. We'll consult you about everything, but they haven't done, have they? They've just said, right, we're going to do it. There's no consultation. There's no ifs and buts about it. That's what it is. And their statement, they're saying, well, we're the cheapest in the Premier League. Well, you're not, because you're 2% more than what you were last season. So, you know, that argument's irrelevant. I think there should be a supporter involvement in telling FSG what they think about this, but it's where do you do it? Do you do it at Anfield? Do you do it away? Do we wait until the season's finished? It's a difficult one, but it's not good. It's not good, Liverpool. It really isn't. You can't be putting this on the supporters. You know, you're getting record money for TV deals. How many times have we kicked off at 12:30 for the foreign markets, and you're not getting a good penny's worth from there? You know, it's diabolical. I'm not happy about it, and I don't think you should be happy about it either. This is what happens when billionaire owners want to take more from you. You know, I've told you this before. FSG think as customers and not supporters. They might say it's the supporters on the website, but they are an American owners who, even in America, they don't call them fans, they call them customers. You know, it really is taking the mickey. I mean, I'll give you an example. They're making so much money. I paid £2.50 for a black coffee in the King Kenny stand. I normally don't buy anything from the when I'm at the game at the club. Home baked bakery. I had a pie and a bottled water. I had a couple of Guinnesses in the Arkles because I 100% believe that the local community should be getting my money and not the club, because I pay enough for the club. I pay me membership. I pay for LFC TV. You know, to watch all the Liverpool content. Not everybody does what I do. Some people live the other side of the world that would want to go to Anfield to watch a game, but you can do. But it'll cost you a fortune to get into Anfield. You know, we're massive. We're absolutely worldwide massive. And to ask the supporters in this time of crisis to put your hand in the pocket and to insult them by saying it's going to be £1 or less than £1, well, that's not the point, is it? The point is, you know, the Premier League is the richest football organisation outside probably FIFA in the world, and you're treating supporters like shite. That's the Premier League I'm talking about now, because I think that this has come from the Premier League. Every team has to put their rent prices up, you know, so it's absolutely shocking. And just on that note as well, I believe that they're discussing this luxury tax instead of points deductions. So Manchester City can overspend by millions, Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and then instead of having points deductions, you would get paid a fine, and the fine would be given to the clubs that can't compete on your level. What's all that about? It's one of the most ludicrous things I've ever heard. I know they do this in America, but they have franchises in America. They do it for a reason in America. We are not America. We do not want that. Well, I certainly don't want that stupid rule. If you break the rules of financial fair play, the consequences are fines and points deduction. Always has been, and it should always stay the same. If you want to appeal, you appeal. You win the appeal, you lose the appeal. It works one way or the other. So I'm not too pleased with that at all. And for his money going down to the lesser clubs, that's just a non-starter for me. Why should the money go down to the lesser clubs? Points deductions are far better, because it tells other clubs, a billionaire can buy any club and thinking, oh well, I'm going to buy this club. I'm going to get into the Premier League or from the Championship or the Football League, and we don't get points deductions. We'll do as best we can to stay in the Premier League, and we'll pay the fine, and it'll go down to the lesser teams. Absolutely pathetic. It's me ranting, by the way, here. About all things that inadvertently going to involve our football club in the future if this one comes through. So, I've said enough I want to say about post-match. Apologies again. I didn't do it day after. It's probably old news to some of you. Also, the Manchester United one is we need the 3 points. Nothing else is going to do but the 3 points. Right, if you like this video, okay, give me a like, subscribe to this channel. It is Up the Reds TV. Get involved if you want to. Send me a message. Tell me what you think about this video. As I say, share it, and let's get this channel built up. It will always come from anything that Liverpool put out, and it won't come from any other source. Have the good rest of Saturday afternoon. I'm going to have a few more of these, and probably watch a bit of footy. Look after yourselves. I'll speak to you later. Take care. Up the Reds.